main findings for the May 2021 AgLetter include a 7% increase in farmland values from a year ago, which was slightly higher than the increase recorded at the end of 2020 in the fourth quarter. There have also been increases in some of the key indexes for agricultural credit conditions, including the availability of assets for lending, but at the same time, a little slowdown in actual lending by the agricultural bankers of our district. Crop prices have risen dramatically from a year ago for both corn and soybeans, as well as some other prices, but it's been a period where there's been continued growth in exports of these products, and that has helped to boost the demand, in addition to the economy coming back online in many ways over this period, including the restaurants and other travel sectors that had been hurt by the pandemic. So there's multiple sides to this increased demand. At the same time, there's been some tightening of supplies of corn and soybeans, as there were fewer produced last year than expected initially. Agricultural credit conditions have improved overall. This is seen in both repayment rates that are higher and lower amounts of renewals and extensions of loans for agriculture. But the thing that's kind of striking is the increase in liquidity as more funds are available to lend, but at the same time as that, there have been fewer loans demanded by farmers. There just seems to be essentially plenty of liquidity for current operations in agriculture, and this is tipping the kind of lending that's occurring away from more for the operations and into longer term improvements for agriculture, such as grain storage construction loans and farm equipment loans. So one of the key factors in Midwest agriculture in recent years has been the increase in cash rents for farmland, as the owners that may have moved away or have purchased it from out of state even, and so those properties are rented for cash and sometimes adjusted for various factors such as the yields and the income, but overall the cash rental agreements have been rising in our district. However, the interesting thing for this current report is that cash rental rates reversed from the last 7 years and actually increased in 2021 from a year ago. So that's something that is a reversal that we will be following carefully. At the same time that we do see cash rental rates rising, with the increase that's a little larger in the farmland values, there still is a feeling, based on the data, that there's maybe a period where the lure of owning land is stronger. It's a more compelling case to own the land than to rent it. Labor issues in the Midwest were also a factor, as we continue to see a pickup in demand for products and services, and then there's just been a little bit of a slower response in terms of the supply of labor, and this has led to increases in wages and also a lack of some key jobs that there just haven't been enough truck drivers, for instance, and so that's leading to slower deliveries and increased costs for not just agricultural producers but more broadly in the economy. Looking forward, agricultural bankers reported that farmers are in a great position for 2021. It seems like there were improvements in the last year that have really given them a stronger position in terms of their balance sheets, as they've been able to pay off some loans, and then they are able to position themselves better for things like purchasing farmland. And so that comes into play, that it's anticipated that farmers will purchase more farmland going forward, but then at the same time, farmland values are likely to rise given that 74% of the respondents saw an increase and only 24% saw stable farmland values for the second quarter of 2021.